get spoiled, bitch.
Wow.
Bing bong.
How you doing?
Huh?
Wow, it's loud.
Doom. Oh yeah, baby. You stupid Meyer. File an FIR against me, bitch. Temari.
Why do you still have that in the library of sound options?
None bar.
It's the worst. It's unintelligible. Why is it even there?
Temari.
I'm choking on Mrs. Dash Dust.
It's terrible.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid X of Korbins.
I'm Rick.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. Follow us on our official Twitter account. Subscribe and hit that like button.
How are things over there on X?
I don't know what you're talking about. Today we got a behind the scenes of the MYSSKIN movie we saw.
Oh, cool.
Pisaasu.
Awesome.
Don't get too excited.
Oh.
It's not like...
It's going to be music with shots.
So you'll see behind the scene things.
We're not going to have discussions
Unfortunately
with
not.
production, art direction.
Unfortunately not.
Okay, it's better than
Unfortunately
nothing.
not.
Better than nothing. But
It just seems to how they do it, I guess.
if you haven't seen that film or our watch along and review of it, please do. I'm very much looking forward to showing this film to. I told Andrani about it yesterday.
Somebody gave me the correct pronunciation.
Of his name?
Because I say it's...
Yeah, we call him MYSSKIN, and we knew it's probably mispronounced. MYSSKIN?
MYSSKIN or MYSSKIN.
Okay. MYSSKIN. MYSSKIN.
Also, he's one of the writers of Super Deluxe.
Huh. What's the character? What is her name? I want to know her name, just like because I referenced it. Like I know Bent Neck Lady. So what's that character's name? Hopefully we'll hear here. Wow.
Love seeing that.
That's making the most with what you've got, right?
Yeah, look how small the crew.
Yeah. It's a short, it looks like a short film crew.
Yeah.
She did a great job. Man, I love that character so much.
Very hands-on. He's also an actor, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
it shows. He has a vision in his head, and
He's
he wants...
literally showing you.
He's very helpful.
Is that him applying the makeup?
Looks like it.
Wow.
Gotta do what you have to
I
do.
just absolutely adore.
That's where they spent the money.
Yeah, they put the money into the ice place. But you've
Dang, they built that entire thing. That's crazy. Oh, that'd been fun.
wow, what a fun day of filming that would be. The harness isn't comfortable, but all of that flying around. If there's any full-blown behind-the-scenes stuff with audio and talking to people in production,
Yeah.
Would love to see that. But that was great just in and of itself.
I love seeing stuff like that, especially with stuff that's like
Real small budget, and you got to be creative in how you. Because
You do.
obviously here, all your like harness and stuff is all going to be machine operated, like automated.
Yeah.
And so like when you get pulled, for the most part, you're going to be pulled by something that's been synced.
Exactly. Or for that, like, for example, the reason we got so impressed with the shot where she's on the gurney, she's on a gurney and they put the tripod on the gurney for a shot above. That's not what you would typically do. That's a budget constraint. That's because they don't have the money to get the equipment they would prefer to use, and they're making the most out of it, which is just great. Same thing with the pulling of the car. Ordinarily, you would probably have some machination of some kind pulling the vehicle that way, not human beings, just for liability reasons, and you don't want to get people hurt. But when your budget restraints are what they are, you just got to do whatever you got to do, which makes it makes it even all the more impressive.
Yeah.
When you see the final product looks like they had all of those things they could use that you would typically have. You see behind the scenes and you realize they didn't. It's like Manil Morali, so much of it was practical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool and it looks like him as a director, because he's an act. We've seen him act. He was in Super Deluxe in a small role, and he was in one or two other things that we've seen him in smaller roles. So he's an actor, and so you can when they call it an actor's director, it's somebody that's like, because there's certain directors that aren't actors at all, and all they know how to do is direct, and sometimes certain directors don't know how to talk to actors or know what to say to bring certain things out of them. And it's different for every actor. You can't just use a carte blanche thing that you use for one actor that works for every actor.
Yeah.
Some actors, they require a lot for you to to get to know what you want. And they're just not getting it, and you need to be able to explain to them
Correct.
what you're looking for. Because it's our job as actors to get, obviously, to make it a believable character, but to portray what
the director wants.
Has envisioned.
Exactly. Without the director, bad directors will give line readings. Bad directors they won't communicate. One of the best stories ever of a non-acting director knowing exactly what to say. Gary Oldman, you've probably heard it, talking about Chris Nolan in the Batman in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And all he did is he walks over to Gary and he said, "The stakes are higher." Mm-hmm. That is such a great note, because that immediately informs the actor of he wants there to be more intensity. He wants there to be more emotion. He wants there to be more angst. And he didn't say, "I need more angst." I can't give you angst. If I give you that, I'm indicating and I'm showing you an emotion versus being in a situation. But to say the stakes are higher, that's another great non-acting communicator I've seen with behind the scenes is Spielberg. Very good communicator to actors. But most actor directors do that kind of thing. If you see the behind the scenes, I've mentioned it before, of The Passion of the Christ, Mel is all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the ground in the places, showing them what he wants it to be, very communicative, very, very hands-on, which I love.
Yes. I would love to talk. I wonder how Quentin is, because you never know if Quentin is good with actors or if his writing is just so good.
I've heard from everyone who works on his sets that he runs a beautiful set.
Because he also,
that he's just a joy to work with.
He's also very autistic, and he's like, you will read the lines that I'm paying you.
You're gonna not mess with my words.
Yeah, and which sometimes doesn't work for some people. But obviously, he usually gets the best performance out of people.
He does.
Also, but I don't. That's what I'm asking. How much of it is he's just such a good writer and director that it's just kind of almost easy for these actors because the material's so good as opposed to being a good actor's director.
I'd love to
I don't
talk.
know.
I mean, I'd love to talk to him, but I'd also love to talk to anybody because I don't know anybody who's worked with Quentin. I don't know anybody personally who's worked with him to know. But all I've ever heard from people that have worked with him who are on crew is that he loves movie making. And so every day on set with him is a joy. He even has a mantra, I'm sure you've heard of it, where he starts the day off with everybody saying the same mantra. I don't remember it verbatim, but it's about what are we getting to do today and the joy of being able to make a movie. And then there are directors that are not fun to work with, Stanley Kubrick. They make great films, but boy, oh boy, there are some directors that are not fun to work with.
No.
I haven't worked with him, but the stories we've heard about Stanley Kubrick are not good.
Yeah. Anyways, let us know what our next MYSSKIN.
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
MYSSKIN?
Me plus skin or miss plus skin. I
guess
guess
that's
different though.
Yeah, those are different. Is it me skin or MYSSKIN?
MYSSKIN?
Or is the accent MYSSKIN? Because we did that forever with Kajol. We were cajoling.
MYSSKIN?
MYSSKIN. Anyway, a wonderful writer
Let us
director.
know. And what should be his next film that we should watch? Let us know down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never forget.